Hello, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Our first guest with us today is Junior, a beautiful mini Rex rabbit, beautiful white coat here with these beautiful brown spots. Junior came to us as an owner surrender. So he was originally purchased from a breeder, and the owner could no longer care for him. He'd have a medical condition that was not treated properly or diagnosed by a vet, which is so important for these little furry friends of ours. They are special vets that have experience in dealing with them, so there's really not a whole lot of vets. Not every vet will look at exotic animals, including these rabbits. So it's very important to know that the vet you work with has experience in dealing with exotics such as rabbits. So he came into us with an ulcer on his eye, and that was treated, and he's doing much better, but he's always going to have some scar tissue on the eye. He was also not neutered when we got him, so we got him neutered and got his eye treated. So now Junior is available for adoption. And you see here I've kind of put together a little bit of the food that we give him on a daily basis. He's got cilantro, romaine lettuce, parsley. A lot of mixed greens are a very important part of their diet. So it's really important for these guys and their system, their digestive system, to make sure they get these mixed greens. Rabbit.org is a great website that I always refer our viewers to. If you're interested in getting a rabbit, take a really good look at that website. There's lots of information. Lots of people that post on there about the experience of having bunnies as part of your house rabbit society. They do a really good job at educating people on the needs, the requirements, and everything to have these beautiful furry creatures. So Junior is very calm. He's easy to pick up and easy to handle. We typically don't recommend bunnies for very small children because they can kick very hard and they can scratch. But maybe just a little bit older children, he might be a good match. Again, a lot of research, a lot of information on rabbit.org will help people get some information about them. So Junior, we understand, is about 1 year old. So, pretty young rabbit here. And again, fairly tame. He's easy to hold and handle. But just a sweet bunny here, and like I said, we've given him medication and everything. He is finished with his medication in his eye, and again that we neutered him, so he is ready to be adopted here at the Ames Animal Shelter. So if you'd like to consider him for your family, come on down here. We have some staff that have some great experience with rabbits, and again, do your research before you come down. Rabbits are not a pet for everybody. And of course, we are looking for indoor homes for these bunnies. We currently have 8 rabbits here at the shelter from a case where we're taking care of the rabbits because the owner was not able to care for them properly. So these are special little creatures that do deserve special care. And we want to make sure that we're finding the absolute best home for them possible, just like all the animals here at the shelter. And our next guest today is Kat. A very original name for a cat. It's spelled K-A-T. She was actually owner surrendered to us. She is 11 years old. She's had multiple owners in her life, so we're really looking to find that forever home for her. She is 11 years old, so it's going to be a little bit more challenging to find her a home, but of course, 11-year-old cat is not an old cat by any means. They can live up to 20 years old. As I've said on this show before, I have one that's almost 22 at home. So that's, she still may have half a life left, but a very nice cat here. Apparently she was front declawed, and there was some issues with the declaw surgery because she has had 2 nails that have grown back. So we are going to get her to the vet for a full exam and x-rays to find out exactly what went wrong. These are all part of the things that can happen. Of course, they don't happen every time, but that can happen with a declaw surgery that's not done the way that it should be done. Declawing.org is a really good website to get information about declawing. So Kat here is looking for that forever home, one that she can live out the rest of her life. She is a beautiful white kitty here. She really needs some good brushing and good TLC to get her taken care of. We have not noticed any medical issues with the exception of those nails on the front. One of them was actually growing into her pad, and we had to remove it as soon as she came in because she was in a lot of pain and discomfort. So again, she's going to be going to the vet for a full exam and x-rays to see exactly what's going on there with that surgery, to try to make her feel comfortable for the rest of her life and in her golden years. Beautiful, solid white cat and beautiful blue eyes. Hopefully the camera can see just how beautiful those eyes are there. She doesn't seem like she's really thrilled about other cats. She tends to hiss at them a lot. So maybe she might be the best to be the only cat in the home. We're not sure how she is with dogs, but we do have some brief information from an owner. And again, she's been passed through several different owners, so I'm not too sure how accurate all the information that we have about her. But we haven't seen anything here, again, with the exception of her paws, that would be of any kind of concern. Again, she's going to get a full checkup before she is adopted into a home. So if you're looking for a cat that is, very gentle, that maybe would be the only cat in the home, cat may be the one for you. See, she does make those noises there when she smells other cats or has them in her view. So if you're interested in cat, come on down to the shelter. We'd love to introduce you to this beautiful cat. And our final guest for today is Mimi. Mimi came into us as a stray. We're estimating she's about 2 years old. Unfortunately, she didn't have any form of identification, rabies tag, microchip, anything that would help us get her back to her people. She actually came in on Valentine's Day, so while people were celebrating love and kindness, she was out lost and alone. So we're really hoping that we'll have a happy ending here to this Valentine's Day kitty. Again, Mimi came in as a stray. We're really hoping to find her a forever home that's going to keep her indoors and keep her safe. She is scheduled for her spay surgery, and she does have all of her claws. So as you hear me say on every show, anytime we have cats for adoption, we want to talk about not declawing them, making sure that they keep those parts that they came in with and making sure they have that protection. So when accidents happen, like we're hoping there was an accident that Mimi got away and they just didn't come for her and she wasn't put outside. But when the accidents happen, that she'll have that protection to protect herself. We're estimating she's about 2 years old. And again, she is scheduled to be spayed, but she is available for adoption now. So she won't be able to go home until after her surgery. But she is definitely a nice kitty. She's just loving this rubbing and attention. She is one of the staff and volunteer favorites here at the shelter. When she came in, we did notice that she had she was having some problems urinating. So we found that she did have a urinary tract infection. That might have been the reason why somebody may have put her out if she was marking in the house or going outside of her litter box. And it's just, quite honestly, very frustrating for the staff when we see cases like this, because after some antibiotics, her condition was cleared up. So you can imagine how painful that was for Mimi. And if they would have just taken her to the vet, they probably would still have their kitty at home with them, and she would be feeling much better. And you can see she's just a beautiful cat and just very friendly. Just loving this attention, not showing her best side. Want to look over that way? But just a real sweet kitty. And again, it was just some very simple, very inexpensive antibiotics that cured that urinary tract infection. We do have her on a special diet, Science Diet CD, to help prevent a future urinary tract infection. Which is always recommended when you have one that show up. It's always best to try to prevent another one from happening. For any person that's ever dealt with that, you know exactly how painful that is. So for these guys, it's got to be really painful for them. They don't understand that. They just know something's hurting them. So we took care of Mimi, and we want to make sure that we're going to find her a home that's going to also take care of her and not put her out if she does need to see a vet. We want someone that's going to take her right to the vet, find out what's going on, and get her the treatment that she deserves. So Mimi is available for adoption. She is just falling into my hand, loving this rubbing and petting. I know. She's going to fall off here. But again, a very sweet 2-year-old, kind of tabby here. You can see those tabby stripes, beautiful green eyes. Got a little white here on the chin. As I can see, she's rolling over. But available for adoption here. Again, she's scheduled to be spayed, but she will be spayed before she goes to her new forever home. And again, hopefully that's going to be a forever home that will give her all the love and vet care that she needs. So come on down if you're interested in meeting Mimi. And that is our show for today. Thank you for watching. That was just 3 of the adoptables we have here at the shelter. Once again, all of our dogs have been adopted, so it's a really great thing to have and to brag about. Unfortunately, we just don't have any dogs right now, so otherwise we'd love to show them as well as we try to find our dogs a home as well. So keep an eye on our website. You can always see what we have available for adoption. It's at www.amesanimalshelter.org. You can always click there. Our website's updated every 15 minutes, so anytime we have an animal here, it's updated on our website. Has some great news to share with everybody. Pretty soon we're going to have a lot of things happening here at the shelter. We're doing some much needed renovations. We're completely replacing our dog kennels with brand new kennels. We're very excited to see that. When I first arrived here at the Ames Animal Shelter, one of my goals was to replace the dog kennels and the cat kennels to make them more appropriate, more kind of best practices standards. So it's taken quite a while to get the dog kennels replaced, but I can say thank you to all of the donors and all the people that always give to us to help us. And a lot of these renovations, we're using donation money to be able to make the lives better for the animals here while they're waiting for their forever homes. So I want to thank everybody for your ongoing support, for watching this show, for getting these animals adopted into forever loving homes, and everything that you do for Ames Animals. Thank you very much.